Reba McEntire currently appears in two well-liked television programs. She was one of The Voice's best coaches. In addition, she starred in Happy's Place, her own sitcom. Reba hinted that the two series would eventually cross over in a recent tease. This fall, Reba McEntire will be back on The Voice as a coach. She has mostly taken Blake Shelton's place as the new country music star, who makes an appearance on the popular reality singing competition series each season. As Reba makes a comeback to the comedy industry this autumn, she also has Happy's Place. According to Reba, the two shows can easily commit to this. While filming previous seasons of The Voice, she featured in Big Sky. ABC filmed Big Sky in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was obviously exhausting for her to have to fly in and out for every concert. Fortunately, Happy's Place is filmed directly next to The Voice. Reba stated, "There are days when the shoots overlap," via TV Insider. "This is quite simple. All you need to do is cross the alley. The two stages are adjacent to one another." Reba plays Bobby, who inherits her father's restaurant and becomes upset when she discovers that her business partner is Elizabeth Escobedo, a half-sister she never met. Gabby, Bobby's best friend and the bartender at her restaurant, is played by Melissa Peterman, who appeared in the former comedy Reba. Reba stated that a crossover between the two shows would occur in a skinny minute, yes. Escobedo and Peterman might turn in the seats at The Voice, but that might not happen at Happy's Place. 3 new characters will appear in The Voice's upcoming season. The well-known figure making his first appearance on the show is Snoop Dogg. Additionally, Gwen Stefani is returning, and Michael Bublé will coach the upcoming campaign. On Happy's Place, a few of these celebrities might make cameos. Snoop desires to be on the program. Michael Bublé is interested in appearing on the show. Reba stated, "Gwen didn't indicate she wanted to be on the program. She just came to visit." Additionally, erstwhile original Adam Loving will make a significant comeback in the upcoming season. Blake Shelton and Adam Levine, who alternated as hosts for several seasons, were the show's regular hosts for the first several seasons. Levin was the first to leave, and the original coaches were all gone when Blake left a few seasons ago. Now that Levine is coming back, fans are thrilled. Fans have always been surprised by Reba McEntire. Whether it's a song, tour, TV appearance, or a subtle hint given in an interview, the country music icon always manages to light a spark that swiftly travels throughout the entertainment industry when she embarks on a new chapter. This time, the singer hinted at the potential of something viewers never anticipated: a crossover between The Voice and a sitcom, which caused the flame to ignite. At first sight, the concept seems out of the ordinary. Scripted comedies and reality competition shows don't usually coexist. However, the entertainment industry has changed significantly in recent years, and Reba has always prospered by defying expectations. As fans and insiders understood how likely, and perhaps revolutionary, such a crossover could be, what had initially sounded like a casual remark quickly gained more significance. Reba, who just concluded her second season as a coach on The Voice, has established an indisputable on-screen style. She was a standout on the show because of her innate sense of humor, sharp wit, and kind nature. In addition to her more recent performances on programs like Young Sheldon and ABC's Big Sky, longtime audiences still recall her years as the lead of her popular sitcom Reba. Her charisma has endured, and her range has grown. Fans knew she wasn't kidding when she implied that The Voice would eventually receive its own sitcom-style twist. After Reba talked about how much fun she had recording behind-the-scenes moments with the other coaches in an interview, the rumors started to circulate. She observed the unplanned chaos, the inherent humor, and the exaggerated personalities that frequently clashed on site. She claimed that some of these exchanges were so humorous and unexpectedly emotional that she thought they would easily be adapted into a scripted format. It was the sort of lingering remark that producers might hear and start jotting down ideas for in secret rooms. Industry watchers made the connection right away. NBC has a lengthy history of experimenting with other genres, and the network is still keen to take the Voice brand outside of its typical parameters. Reba's presence, however, created a surge of nostalgic energy by fusing her recent prominence in reality competitions with the cherished attraction of her sitcom background. Suddenly, the mashup didn't seem so absurd. It nearly seemed like the next sensible move. The creative potential of a crossover, rather than merely the prospect of one, was what captivated audiences even more. An entertaining dramatized portrayal of the backstage world that fans rarely see may be found in a sitcom based on The Voice. Exaggerated depictions of actual coaches, made-up competitors, and made-up producers negotiating the chaos of live television may be used. Reba herself, who is equal parts grounding presence, comic force, and mentor, may be at the center of it all. Reba has already had a personal peek at the dynamics that define The Voice behind the scenes thanks to her journey on the show. She has developed a close relationship with the competitors, and many of them attribute their success to her guidance even after they have left the stage. She has seen the erratic whirlwind that characterizes the music industry, as well as heartbreaking heartbreaks and emotional triumphs. She would be able to show the humanity behind the spectacle in a novel and interesting way by incorporating aspects of that experience into a scripted style. Reba is also aware of the emotional stakes that motivate young artists. She has always been candid about the hardships that influenced her formative years in Nashville, and her own career has grown from a small-town aspiration into a worldwide legacy. Similar issues might be explored in a sitcom or crossover format modeled like The Voice, which would combine humor and poignant storytelling. It might evoke the essence of her first sitcom, which addressed common family issues while incorporating humor and realistic life lessons. Cross-genre projects have been more popular in recent years, and the entertainment industry thrives on innovation. Network executives and streaming companies are always looking for fresh ways to grow their current brands. The popularity of hybrid shows, which combine comedy, fiction, and reality, has demonstrated that viewers are eager to try new things. Reba's offer is a remarkably well-timed possibility, rather than a haphazard notion, because it directly capitalizes on this larger trend. As soon as possible, fans debated what such a crossover may look like on social media. Some envisioned Reba as a fictionalized version of herself, juggling her duties as a coach with humorous storylines about wild competitors, strange celebrity co-stars, and the demands of the entertainment industry. Others envisioned a mockumentary style, much to Abbott Elementary or The Office, in which characters break the fourth wall and provide viewers with amusing insights into the craziness that surrounds the world of singing competitions. The comedy treasure trove essentially writes itself. A televised singing competition with enormous stakes provides the setting for confused candidates missing rehearsals, broken stage equipment, rivalries between imaginary judges, and dramatic misunderstandings. Reba's character, who frequently finds herself at the center of everyone's troubles without intending to be there, could anchor the story throughout with her trademark warmth and grounded humor. According to reports, the concept seemed appealing to the producers. Just Reba's participation would pique the interest of both devoted followers and new people who found her on The Voice. In addition, networks recognize the potential of merging two strong entertainment brands, and the sitcom industry has long admired her talent. A project like this would also enable Reba to combine her skills as a mentor, musician, and comedian. She possesses the unique ability to give musical performances, comedic moments, and heartbreaking moments all in one episode. This type of combination is uncommon in today's mainstream television and can provide the network with something new to advertise. Additionally, Reba's personality flourishes in social situations, so the idea strikes a chord. On The Voice, audiences witness her reassuring, anxious singers, making unexpected jokes, and effortlessly assuming the role of mother figure. Her sitcom became famous in the early 2000s because of these qualities. The chance to incorporate historical attributes into a fresh, contemporary environment would evoke nostalgia while being current. Entertainment experts started looking at the practical possibilities as the crossover concept gained popularity. Could The Voice and the sitcom be shot on the same lot? Would there be brief appearances by other coaches? Could the program combine pre-written comic sequences with live musical performances? The concept's flexibility in providing creative direction is its greatest asset. It might have a strong comedic bent, or strike a balance between poignant stories and humorous mayhem. The tone will feel genuine and natural no matter which way it goes thanks to Reba's presence. Executives at NBC have always valued Reba's professionalism and her long-standing connection to the network behind the scenes. Over the years, she has contributed both skill and stability to a number of network projects. It would be simple to present a joint sitcom voice project as a means of bolstering The Voice's reputation while adding more comedy to the network's lineup. The audience's desire for feel-good programming appears to be understood by Reba herself. Viewers are drawn to programs that make them laugh, soothe them, and offer them momentary diversions from reality in a world full of stress and never-ending news cycles. For years, her sitcom did that with ease, and a contemporary crossover may revive that energy at a moment when viewers are most in need of it. Reba's changing career is also reflected in the concept. At this point, she is constantly looking for projects that spark her creativity. She manages to juggle acting, singing, and business endeavors with the ease of someone who has honed her art for decades. She can combine several interests and try something new and different with a hybrid sitcom. One of her biggest assets is still her fan base. From early stadium tours to her residency in Las Vegas, from comedy success to dramatic acting jobs, from appearances on talk shows to coaching on The Voice, they have followed her through every stage of her life. They know she rarely teases ideas unless she genuinely sees potential in them, and they trust her instincts. Her crossover remarks provoke such much debate because of this. It sounded more than a passing idea. Something sounded like it was just getting started. Even though there hasn't been an official announcement, the concept's momentum has already spread throughout the entertainment sector. Producers have pondered, writers have conjectured, and fans are still speculating about what might be. Fans are anxious to pursue the plot that Reba's hint alone has created, and her ability to generate excitement is still unparalleled. The concept fits in wonderfully with Reba's creative direction, even if the crossover takes a different shape than anticipated. Perhaps a comedy special, a limited series, or even a fictional behind-the-scenes mockumentary. She's starting a new chapter in her profession that will be characterized by creativity, happiness, and connection. Her trademark combination of humor and heart will surely be evident in whatever comes next. One thing is clear for the time being. Reba McEntire has stirred things up in the finest way imaginable once more. She has aroused interest, stimulated conjecture, and created the possibility of a groundbreaking endeavor. Although a comedy crossover with The Voice may have begun as a lighthearted tease, some of the most successful concepts in Hollywood began with just that. A seed sown by the right person at the right time.